Okay, it is May or June 1st, 2015, 11:36 a.m. calling Dave Kleiss, Mayor, City of St. Cloud.
Good morning, office. Sandy.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
Good.
Well, that's good. Is Mayor Kleiss in the office today?
He is, but he's in a meeting right now. Is there something I can do to help you?
Are you his secretary?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the problem is there's a case that was being prosecuted by your Matthew Staehling. Is that how you pronounce it? Staehling? Anyhow, it was a case number 73CR149669, State of Minnesota versus Heather Ann Swantek. It was charged out November 8th, 2014, and Mr. Staehling had to dismiss it. And then Heather Swantek started asking for the evidence in her case because Matthew Staehling apparently thinks that he can win his court cases only by illegally withholding evidence in the case. And then, of course, he didn't want to give her the information, and State Patrol didn't want to give her the information. So then she put all the emails that she had with the State Patrol and Matthew Staehling up on the internet, and I put them up on the internet. And apparently now he's retaliating against her by having the Benton County attorney bring the gross misdemeanor charges against her for the same incident, which he was illegal withholding evidence from in the first case.
Okay, I'm not too sure how we can help you in this one. The mayor's just involved in the legal cases. You know, we do have the legal department, and
Well,
if you're working with Matt Staehling, there must have been a judge involved too.
Well, the thing is, your Matthew Staehling dismissed the case himself. And that's the thing. When you have misconduct of your personnel, that's the mayor's job to launch an investigation into this. I already spoken to some city council members. One's talking about getting an outside counsel to investigate this.
Can you hold just one moment,
Sure.
please? I'm sorry to put you on hold.
Sure. I'm supposedly on hold.
Sir,
Yes.
I told you the city administrator is going to talk to you because he's over Matt Staehling. So one moment.
Thank you.
Good morning, this is Mike.
Yeah, Mike, what's your last name, please?
Williams.
Williams? Yeah, this is Terry Nemmers. There's a situation where your Matthew Staehling was brought some case against a Heather Swantek back, let's see, when was it?
Against who?
Against a Heather Swantek, Swantek, and it's case number 73CR149669. And Matthew Staehling dismissed the case on March 2nd, 2015, without ever giving Heather Swantek her evidence in the case, like the dashcam video from the State Patrol. There was a drug search by one of your officers from the St. Cloud Police Department. So none of that information was given to her. And then on March 2nd, 2015, just mysteriously this case gets dismissed. Well, actually, I kind of take that back because the reason why she was stopped was because of a previous case she had in McLeod County, which was also dismissed. See, so that's the thing. I mean, even an original reason why she was stopped, that case was dismissed, and for that reason, that case was dismissed because evidence was illegal withheld and illegal search happened. And apparently, that's the same thing that's happened in the case with the one that Matthew Staehling brought here in case number 73CR149669. 9669. So that's the thing. Heather had all these email communications with the State Patrol and Matthew Staehling trying to get her evidence, and apparently in retaliation now they've brought gross misdemeanor charges in Benton County over the same incident. The one which Matthew Staehling was illegal withholding evidence in the first case. You see what I'm saying? And that new case is 05CR15998. Are you with me so far?
I've got the 05 and the rest of it, but what was in between the 5 and the R?
The 5 and the R? Well, I'll give it to you over again. 05CR15998.
Okay.
All right? Now, and this isn't the only situation where Matthew Staehling is illegal withholding evidence. I have some information from a Robert Rhodes. There's evidence brought against him by the St. Cloud Police that's being prosecuted by Janelle Kendall. And that case is 73CR1359992. And I have a transcript from that, one of the court hearings, in which his now former lawyer is clearly reading off a laundry list of evidence that's being withheld from Robert in that case also. So apparently, Mr. Staehling thinks he can win. Maybe he can only win his court cases by illegally withholding evidence. I'm not sure. I would hope he, was smart enough to graduate from school without cheating or do whatever. So, I would think that he's competent enough to prosecute a case and give the defendant their evidence so they have a chance of winning the case. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the situation, and I've had problems with Mr. Staehling before. I had to contact the city council members when I asked for some information for Mr. Staehling about some canine search at the schools, and they were, after speaking with the city council members, then he coughed up the information. So, I was speaking with one of your city council members who happens to be an attorney, Carol Lewis, I do believe her name is. So she was kind of shocked by the information I was relaying to her. So, that's the problem here is, all sorts of things, apparently Mr. Staehling is misusing public funds to obstruct justice, in not one, not two, but apparently 3 cases here. So that's the real problem.
Okay. I'll look at these. I'm sure that there's another explanation for some of it. I don't know anything about any of it.
That's fine.
I'll try to find out what's going on.
Well, the thing is, I've also submitted data requests to the St. Cloud Police Department in relation to this canine officer that you have. I asked for her logs for certain amount of time and that type of thing. So, I'd appreciate if you'd find out about that information also.
I remember some of the requests that I think came from you a while back, and I thought that we satisfied all of those requests, but if we didn't, then I need to know what else you were looking for, I guess, or what you were looking for if you didn't get what you...
The thing is, I asked for the daily log for handler Janelle Graff on 11/8/14, the make and model of the mobile video recorder for the St. Cloud squads, the checklist used to determine if squad audio video is ready for evidence gathering for the squad prior to patrol on 11/8/2014 for handler Janelle Graff, fix-it slips for 11/8/2014 for handler Janelle Graff, and canine reports on 11/8/2014 for handler Janelle Graff. And the problem is, I was telling your council members about this. She did a television interview in which Janelle Graff, St. Cloud canine handler for Ruger, says, up and down. One day your dog will do very well in something, and you go out and train the next day and you won't do it. So you get one shot at trials, so you're kind of waiting to see what dog is showing up that day because you only get one chance at it. And that's the kind of situation here. If your handler is trained, has a trained dog to detect drugs, and she's teaching it how to make false alerts, to make false searches, then I can see where your dog could be up one day and down the next. Because my dog isn't. I don't have a highly trained dog, but my dog does listen on occasion when I tell him to do things. So,
You're suggesting that we're training our dog to give false.
Well, the thing is, that was some of the information in Heather's emails to Matthew Staehling there, that apparently the handler was making some sort of wild and outrageous claim that there were drugs in the car, and then, of course, when they searched the car, there were no drugs in the car, but apparently there was a claim, wild and outrageous claim, that there were drugs in the seat like 3 days ago or something like that. But that all should be on the dash cam video, which of course was being illegally withheld from Heather Swantek. So, that's I'm just repeating what I have heard. So, if we actually had the dash cam video, we'd find that out for sure, right?
I don't know.
Well, I would hope so. I mean, would hope that evidence would surface, because apparently the only way, again, Matthew Staehling can win court cases by illegal withholding evidence. Because again, I don't have one case, I got two cases, and the reasonable suspicion is that's going to happen in this new case with the new and improved malicious charges.
Okay, well, Mr. Staehling's been prosecuting for many years and does not have a reputation for withholding evidence or any illegal activity, as you have suggested. But I'll follow up on these suggestions that you've made here.
Okay. So, when are you gonna contact me back then?
I guess I'll follow up and get back. I don't know anything about any of these, so.
So a couple of
I'll
days.
have to learn and see. I'm going to be gone the rest of the week, so
Okay.
probably not until next week then.
Okay. So then Monday you should be able to give me a call then.
Sure.
Okay. I'll give you my phone number. It's 320-283-5713.
283 what?
283-5713.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your help.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Okay, August 3rd, 2015, 3:35 p.m. Calling Michael Williams, the City Administrator for St. Cloud.
Good afternoon, Mayor's office. This is Sandy.
Yeah, Sandy, how you doing today?
Good.
Well, that's good. Say, I called, let's see, it was June 1st of this year, and I spoke with you, and then you transferred me to City Administrator Michael Williams. It's about a case where your Matthew Staehling was illegally withholding evidence from a Heather Swantek in a case, let's see, what case number was that here? 73 CR 149669. And the problem was, it's against the law to illegally withhold evidence in a case, and then just recently.
Okay, that would be more of a. Have you talked to Mr. Staehling? That would be who you need to talk to.
Well, the thing is, Mr. Staehling is hired by the city, and I talked to the city manager. I was actually trying to speak to the mayor, but you put me to the city administrator. So that's the thing, it's a criminal act to illegally withhold evidence in a case, and Heather Swantek also asked for the evidence in a data practice request, and it's also a criminal act to illegally withhold evidence or data in a data practice act. And just recently she received the dash cam video that Matthew Staehling was illegally withholding from her, and she became aware that there was all sorts of other officers, like the trooper who stopped her is John Fritz. There was another.
That's a trooper. That's not through the city.
Well, the thing is, it's a case that Matthew Staehling was prosecuting, so he'd have all this evidence. So
but, once there's a case, then we can't get involved. Neither
well, this case is closed.
When the city's involved in a case.
This case is closed. This case that I'm talking about is.
Nothing we can get involved in or even ask for information. That is.
Well, this case is closed. Dismissed.
Okay, well, I'll put you through to Mike Williams, who will be in tomorrow morning, and you can leave your message with him.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
One moment.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Michael Williams.
Does not answer. Please leave your message at the tone. You may start your message now.
Yes, City Administrator Michael Williams, this is Terry Numbers, 320-283-5713. Remember on June 1st, 2015, you told me you're going to call me back on June 8th, 2015. Of course, that never happened. I was talking about Matthew Staehling, illegal withholding evidence in Heather Swantek's case, the dismissed case 73CR149669. Well, just recently she found out that not only was Matthew Staehling illegal withholding the dash cam video, she also found out that from Trooper Fritz, the officer brought the charges, but also there's dash cam video from Trooper Kelly Mager that's missing. St. Cloud Police Officer Jeremy Anderson is missing. Dash cam video from St. Cloud Canine Officer Janelle Graff that's missing. See, so that's the thing. I mean, all these we live in the age of technology, and I have the dash cam, or they have the BCA deployment reports for the State Patrol for St. Cloud and for your State Patrol, or for the St. Cloud Police Department. So I know that you have electronic information there. So all the computer-assisted dispatch information should have easily been provided to Heather Swantek, which of course it wasn't, in the case that was Mr. Staehling prosecuted, gave Heather Swantek a plea bargain, but didn't give her evidence, like the dash cam video or the mobile video recorder evidence, or any audio recording evidence, any computer-assisted dispatch, or the dispatch logs, or dispatch from the St. Cloud dispatch that your Stearns County Sheriff's Department handles. So all sorts of evidence that there's a chemical test, drug test that was done on some mercury. I don't know why a trooper is doing drug tests on mercury, and apparently wanted the dog to be sniffing the mercury too after everyone had handled that. So, that's the thing. Apparently, again, this is how your Matthew Staehling wins his cases. And, I don't know if you were aware of this, but I sent an email to the Attorney General of Georgia, and apparently that stopped this railroading for Robert Earl Rhodes, which your police department's illegal withholding evidence from him too, in case number 73CR1395992. So that's the thing. Apparently, that's the only way you people can win your court cases, by illegal withholding evidence. So that's what I need to know is, are you going to send me the information that you promised me to send about Janelle Graff? Her dispatch information for the day, the canine logs, whether there was some sort of fix-it ticket, because they're making some wild and outrageous claims that there's no dash cam video, yet I have your policy and procedure manual, which clearly states there has to be dash cam video. So that's the thing. Why are you lawyered up and why are you refusing to return my phone call? Terry Numbers, 320-283-5713. Bye.